Then I remember waking up on top of a van on the side of a cliff.
Oh.
So I wake up, the sun's rising, this dude is like, muévete, muévete. I'm on his van, asleep.
Jesus.
He's like, he's basically telling me in Spanish, get off my van. And I'm like, oh, yeah, gotcha, okay. I actually almost died in Acapulco.
Wait, what? Freeze
Alcohol
frame?
poisoning?
Well, okay,
Most
I almost died
likely.
a few times in Acapulco. It was 2000, this is in college, it's like 2004. Me and my buddy Payam took a bus from Austin, Texas to Acapulco. That was a full 25-hour bus ride.
Oh my God.
Straight through Mexico. We had no reservations. We were just meeting up friends that were on like a package deal for spring break there. And we decided like the day before, let's go meet up Ben. And so we go down there. And I remember the first night we went to this club called the Palladium. And it's just this mega club on this cliff in Acapulco. And the last thing I remember is all of us doing tequila shots with like chicks. Then I remember waking up on top of a van on the side of a cliff.
Oh.
So I wake up, the sun's rising, this dude is like, muévete, muévete. I'm on his van, asleep.
Jesus.
He's like, he's basically telling me in Spanish, get off my van. And I'm like, oh, yeah, gotcha, okay. I get off his van, but he drives away in my bed, essentially, for the night. And there's like children in like their Catholic school outfits walking down the hill towards their Catholic school, I suppose. And I'm like, okay, no, all your money's gone. I had a gold chain, that was gone. And I was just kind of there, okay, so we're good. We're going to be fine. We need to get back to the hotel. Where's that? And I start walking up the hill and I'm like, no, hotel's by the beach. We should go back down it. Somehow I find the hotel. I don't know what happened to me.
Dude,
nobody knows. Nobody has any recollection of where I went.
I know where you went. You went to the van.
Well,
Why? We don't know.
It's a solid 8-hour window, more than that, of just, we don't know what happened.
This is a good story subject because times you've nearly died.
Oh,
so I got one. This is cool.
Yeah.
No, this is exactly what you're talking about. Times you've nearly died. For me, it was in Phuket, and I was 20, I think. I had a girlfriend at the time from Hong Kong. We used to spend a lot of time in Phuket because her family had like a timeshare, like one of the resorts in Laguna. It's awesome. So, you know, the way living in Asia. That's what I miss about living in Asia. Should we just jump on a plane and go piss off to Thailand? Or, you know, cool, let's go do that. Whereas I don't really get to do that here. And so so we were driving back from Patong to Laguna. And I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's a very windy road, very windy. And it's all along the coast. And at times it goes quite high and quite high up. And we've rented this really cool, like old American Jeep, you know, like one of the ones that looks like it's from the war kind of thing. It's great, manual, it's got... And my girlfriend had just started learning how to drive. And so we're on our way back. We get to this sort of like this moment and I just pull over randomly. It's very dark. It's late at night. It's like, you know, midnight or something and the moon's out. And I pull over just randomly, just totally randomly pull over and I go, hey, do you want to drive? Do you want to try driving? It's only a mile or so back and the road's empty. And she thinks about it. And then just as she's like, we ended up, there's this tiny sprinkling of rain, like the tiniest bit, but this is an open top Jeep. Okay. So if it's Thailand rain, shit. So it's like, we immediately go, okay, never mind, Ollie, let's just get back. And so I start driving from this little pull-in and I just enter the road and the road is it descends and it's basically a full sort of like hairpin. Mm-hmm. And as I hit the middle of this corner, only in second gear because I've just started at about 15, 18 miles an hour, I hit an invisible patch of oil or something. Ooh. And this four-wheel drive, it just, in the slowest thing you've ever done, it just starts sliding across the road. and it goes all the way around. There's nothing I can do. It's like it's on ice. And we end up right on the lip of a 200-foot cliff.
Oh my
Nah.
god.
And like, and I tell you, the dream, I mean, I only saw the movie once, but that Final Destination movie, I had that dream that night that I cheated death and death was coming for me. Because like, why did I pull over at that time? Why did I stop and suggest that? And if it hadn't been for the rain, my girlfriend, who had no experience, would have been driving. What would have happened? There were no real seatbelts in this thing. It's open top. I was like, it was just right on the edge of, oh shit. That was, I almost just died. Cool. Anyway, let's get home.
So I'm super happy that both of you guys are here with me today and able to talk, and that neither of you is at the bottom of a cliff, dead.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one almost died story. And to be honest, I don't know how close I was to dying. It's possible that I just thought I was gonna die.
Ooh.
I'm in Kuala Lumpur, or not Kuala Lumpur, I'm near Kuala Lumpur at a place called, well, anyway, it's Sunway Lagoon in Malaysia.
Mhm.
There's this like kind of, just a really nice family-oriented theme park, right? And I'm with MTV, and we're trying to do like a promo thing for it. And I have been chosen as the one VJ to go bungee jumping. And I've never gone bungee jumping before, but I'm also pretty dim-witted sometimes about adventurous stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Bungee jumping in Malaysia, sure, they got me.
I'm the
Let's
same
do
as you.
this,
I'm like,
right?
let's do it.
Let's just do it for TV, yeah. So I watch a couple people go off it, and it's like this big kind of suspension bridge over like this big lagoon, right? And I watch a couple people do the jump, right? And it's all pretty much the same. They wrap your legs up very tightly in this harness, and then you don't jump, you just kind of fall flat and you go down. And each person comes like maybe like 20 feet above the water, then it springs back up. So I'm looking at it and I've seen it before, and I'm like, you know what? I can do this. Am I scared? Hell yes, I'm scared. Do my parents want me to do this? No, they don't want me to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I do the jump, and everything's going really well during the first half a second. But as I'm getting closer to the water, I'm noticing there's nothing pulling my ankles back up. I don't feel any like resistance
There's a
at all.
boing. There should be a boing here.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even hear a boing, because a split second later, my head was submerged underwater. Like, I actually hit the water and I went in, like almost my whole body into the water. And then I feel it and it jerks me back up into the sky. And no one had touched the water before. I'd watched plenty of people do this. Everyone clears the water by a lot. What happened is that my producer told them to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They asked him like, do you want him to touch the water? And the producer's like, put him all the way in.
And I've done a bungee jump where they asked me and said, do you want to go into the water? I went,
Oh,
yeah,
you have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
put
so
me
you
in the
know what
water.
I'm talking about.
So they can do that safely.
Yes and no, but as long as they get the
Right.
calculations right, So yeah, I did it into where I went about halfway in. It's kind of just goes right up your nose once it yanks you out.
But you knew you were going to hit the water. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
that was
I
cold-blooded. For someone to spring that on you, I'm calling that some bullshit right there. But that's the kind of shit you have to put up with on Asian television. They'll try and kill you.
It happens all the time. They put Justin in a situation where he almost killed someone.
Yeah, but I was down.
I'm
down
for
to
it.
almost kill people.
He was.
I had a
down
drill.
for it.
I had a drill next to this Vietnamese guy's
Oh
Vietnamese guy's
shit!
head.
I saw that.
Yeah.
No, dude, the one with the knife for Alan as well. I mean, Alan's face is pissed.
Alan was not happy.
I called you afterward, Oli. I called you from Asia. I'm like, Oli, I'm so mad. And Oli's like, you have to
Alan
calm
was
down.
losing his shit after what was his name? He was from Kuala Lumpur, the magician with the knife.
He was Andrew Lee.
Andrew Lee.
One of your friends. Great guy, actually. Great trick.
It was a
Great
trick, Alan.
I know. It was actually beautiful on TV. But the drill into the forehead of the monk or into the temple of the monk, I was so worried about you, Justin.
You were really upset about that too.
I was also very upset about that.
That's uncomfortable TV.
I thought it was great.
Justin
well, it's
loved
great
it.
television because what you've got is everyone's reacting like that at home as well. They're screaming at the TV. They can't get enough.
Yeah. I mean, he was fine. He had a little flesh wound on his temple.
Oh, he was bleeding when he walked off.
He was bleeding. We broke flesh.